Brothers. Home of the good. Brothers. Brothers. Brothers.
What's going on, everyone? This is Zach from the Good Brothers. We got a great episode for you today. We are going to talk about all the big leaks coming out from Microsoft's FTC trial. I actually don't know anything. I get what the leaks are saying, but I actually don't know what any of the law stuff is. Can't speak for the bros.
It's jargon, right, Zach? Jargon.
It's all jargon. It's all jargon. Big Annapurna. I don't know. I say big.
Showcase.
Trying to hype it up, but showcase. Annapurna Showcase, and what we've been playing this week. What's up, bro?
What's up, bro?
I flubbed the intro, by the way. I know you guys saw that. I think everyone actually saw it. It's gonna be, it's live, but you guys see that?
No. The millions of the people watching have saw it. Yeah, where you popped up and you were looking shook, and then you're like, oh, I didn't put the actual intro.
Oopsie, picked myself. Whoopsie daisies.
You duped it again.
I picked a whole bundle. Should we start with? What do you guys want to start with?
We're just going to get right to
the
it.
Hugest news? What's going on with Microsoft and all the big things coming out of there?
Does anyone want to talk about any life stuff, or we're just going to go right into it, dude? What's going on, man?
Oh, life?
I feel like, yeah, life.
Don't really live.
Yeah, that's true. That's true.
You know, most of the time I actually just sleep until the podcast.
It's hard to live when you're not alive. Yeah.
Yeah, you can call it sleeping.
Hey. We're all going paddleboarding this Saturday, right? That's a thing. Zach, don't even. Why? I knew you were gonna try to bail. Oh. Come on, dude. Let's hit the stinky beach, bro, and get nasty with it.
It's gonna be hot, dude. It's getting hot.
Yeah,
it's almost 4th of July.
That's why we go to water.
You said it was gonna be the coolest summer we ever had.
It's supposed to be one of the coolest summers.
Get your fucking weatherman facts straight.
Is that a little Dickie shirt?
No. Moving on.
Okay. Is it LSD shirt?
It's Liquid Death.
Liquid Death. Steve-O sponsor.
We got a sponsorship from them.
Nice.
And this intro has been brought to you by Liquid Death.
Mm-hmm.
They make water that looks like beer.
And they shirts.
You guys like that drink? Have you ever had it?
Yeah, I drink it all the time. So I got the shirt.
You got the shirt with like a case of Liquid Death? Or like
I drink so much I won sweepstakes.
You saved all the bottle caps?
Saved all the bottle caps.
The tab caps?
Dude. Remember the Pepsi
send in
points?
10,000.
Why did we all really want to get those Pepsi sweaters, or at least I did?
Yeah, I don't remember.
I don't remember the Pepsi points as much as
I was saving Pepsi tabs like no other, dude. I was like, I don't know, 9. I was like, I need that Pepsi jacket. I fucking need it, dude.
I don't think you ever got it.
So cool. No, it was like 10,000 Pepsis you had to drink. I want to die. I get the diabetes.
I don't remember necessarily what it was for, but I definitely remember like the cereal box tops.
Box tops, yeah, she did.
She did that on her own.
I definitely remember the cereal box tops, and I also remember something with the Siggies, right? Dad used to get like free stuff from Marlboros.
The Marlboros.
What would you have to send in to get that? Packs? Empty packs?
Little pieces of the cardboard. Little
it's like where the barcodes were or something.
Huh.
Hey, I smoke a lot of cigarettes. Give me a jacket. Give me a cool jacket.
Sleeping bag.
Yeah, give me a koozie.
What?
Let me get a koozie.
I guess. Oh, well, there's light. 101. Good.
Guess what Zelda can't do is open the door the other way.
Now she wants out. She's over you and she wants out. She said, Jesse's podcasting. Get me out of here, dude.
Animals. What can you do?
Let him go get it, Jess. Here he goes.
She had to make sure that you were okay.
She don't know how to go out. And Zelda has left the building. Jesse's kicked the door.
She's a princess.
Now Jesse's kicking the cat out. Cat is leaving. Doors closed. Jesse's
Wow.
coming back. He's
could be
coming
a
in as
whole
quick
new-
as Sonic. He's the
You have to
the
come in
blue
fast for
blur,
this. You
and the
get it
blue
in while
blur
you
is
can.
back, dude. Well, don't worry, Jesse. We got you in commentary, step by step commentary of what you just did. He spin dashed all the
Look,
way
He's
over,
wearing a fucking Sonic shirt.
knocked out his companions, took Tails out of there, and booted Knuckles in the ass.
Yeah, had to kick him out and see if it lasts.
All right, the news, dude. Let's do it. Video game news. We're gamers. We play video games sometimes, and we know some gaming news happened this week, right? Dude,
It was big.
has any? I mean, I've been vaguely reading up on the Xbox versus FTC. Zelda's back. It is back. Oh no, it's Marley.
Let's see.
It's the other.
Okay.
I know. Come on.
I know. Oh, there we got. Oh, we got a whole point. Oh, there's the dude.
He just got back from the summer camp.
Look at his shirt.
Oh, look at him.
Back of it.
Look at him.
Nice, dude.
He's back. He's rocking it. He got the new shirt.
Got a
Summer
new
camp
shirt.
It's great timing.
Show,
Right.
show and tell.
Double bubble gum.
I'll be gone for a
Double
little bit.
bubble gum. Double bubble gum.
You still make that?
Double bubble.
Did
Did you not see his cheek, Jesse?
I didn't know.
He's like,
He only had it like at the ball.
dude, a double bubble gum, dude.
They have
Couldn't
to
hear
have
what
it
he
at
was
every
saying.
barber shop, every baseball game.
Yeah, dude.
Oh yeah, that's
double
Big
double
League
bubble,
Chew.
the chalky one.
bubble. Really
Actually
chalky,
really
loses
good,
flavor
dude.
in like 10
I love
seconds.
those little gums.
And then you're just chewing
just
on
eat 'em.
wax all day.
I used to just eat
That was
those
good.
things.
Dude, summer camp though? He's hitting summer camp. I always wanted to do a summer camp, but then I didn't want to either.
Already?
It's like
It's
a
already
1 week
over?
thing.
Oh, week thing? That's
Ah,
cool though.
Mhm.
Make some buds. Little
With the
quick buds.
church.
That's
Oh,
fine.
good
Yeah, that's sick,
old
dude.
church summer camp.
Dude, I always wanted to do the skate camp. You remember
Yeah,
that?
Camp
Jet?
Woodward.
Remember that? Yes, dude. That
So
always
jealous
looked so
of those
sick.
kids. Be on TV
And
and,
the-
everything.
And they always seemed to get like real badass at skateboarding too, because they had people actually training them.
Yeah, that's
You
what
get,
you
like-
do like day in and day out for a whole summer.
Yeah, you get coached. They got the best gear, the best skate parks, the
Mm-hmm.
smoothest foam pits to like up your confidence level. Like, yeah, dude, we had to go bang our ankles, break our knees, and fuck our elbows. You know what I mean? And that's how we
Kidding
learn.
me, dude.
Oh, here we go. Doors open. Zelda is back. Jesse. This show is off to an amazing start. Jesse, watch Annapurna Showcase.
I did watch it.
Let's start with that. Let's get Jesse in the loop here.
It was cool. It ended with them saying that they're actually developing their first game.
Instead of just publish.
publishing.
Did you hear what it was?
No.
Blade Runner 2033.
It's that
Oh,
one?
that's their game.
It's Annapurna's first game that they're actually developing like in-house.
Is it a point and
Whoa.
click adventure game?
They didn't show much about it, and they haven't released any details of the gameplay, but they said it'll be very story-based, of course, because it's Annapurna.
Yeah, all their games are very, super
What
story
else
based.
was in
Or
there that was cool?
their games are either very story based or like extra, just like whimsical, weird shit.
Mm-hmm.
Like
Yeah.
what about the T-Pose game? I thought the trailer for that, I know it wasn't a gameplay trailer, but it had a cool song. Did you see that trailer for the T-Pose game where the kid's stuck in a T-pose, but they're trying to make you feel that it's okay, and it's also like being published by able gamers. So it's like sending
know
a
if I saw
message about
that.
like not body shaming or feeling comfortable in your skin, and you're basically a kid stuck in a T-pose, and there's a
I was
pretty
cooking,
delightful
I was cooking
song.
while I watched it, so I missed like the first two games that were on the showcase. I didn't see the first two.
Cooking in the kitchen.
I know Stray is coming to Xbox.
Stray, yeah, coming to
the Blade
Xbox.
Runner was a big thing. This game that had been announced already, Cocoon, it got a release date.
Released it, yeah.
I don't know. Cocoons look fine.
looks
I mean, it's
Cool. It looks like
Annapurna.
a
you know
puzzle game.
what you're gonna get with them. They're
There's a
making
game called
fucking indie
Thirsty,
games.
Thirsty Suitors. I think that had been announced already.
That had
as
already,
well.
Yeah.
it's previously been announced. That game looks wild. It kind of looks like WarioWare, kind of crazy, but you're doing like battling your exes and trying to make your parents happy, but like
Yeah, I'm
it
getting
looks
like
fucking wild.
Scott Pilgrim vibes. You're battling your exes, and then there's like skateboarding sections too.
Well, I think that's how the traversal, like you're just carry a skateboard all the time. Mm-hmm.
The gameplay looks all over the place. Yeah, that's made by like a Middle Eastern.
It's a Indian
So that game
girl and her
actually looks
mom.
kind of cool.
It is.
Yeah, it looks
It
interesting.
looks very unique.
There's a
Looks like there's a
another
lot
game.
to do in the game, which is cool.
Yeah,
It's
it
not,
does.
like looks like so many different elements of gameplay. You don't really know what it is.
Something called Lorelei.
That's the most interesting one, probably.
Lorelei and the Laser Eyes.
I didn't see that one
Lorelei and the
either.
Laser Eyes.
So you're cooking, and like when certain games caught your attention, you would kind of
Yeah,
peep
but if
in.
they looked dumb, then I didn't.
Sounds like it's
is
gonna
like
be a game
90%.
maybe like fuck, what is it called? What the
What?
first
Lore-
one? Like
Lorelei?
Limbo, like a Limbo styled, like creepy
Well,
Oh yeah,
striking
pass.
game that promises to take players on a journey into the nightmare surreality.
Shrility.
Surreality.
Shrility.
Shrility?
Yes.
I
Shrility.
don't like that word. I don't like that.
Yeah, pass on that.
Well,
But-
the Cocoon game is actually made from the lead gameplay designer of Limbo and Inside. Not the developer, but lead gameplay designer.
No,
So it
so
might
it's
be
a definite
might-
pass. Oh wait,
Limbo, dude, Inside
I
is
know.
dope as fuck.
People tell
I
me.
beat
It
the
used to
game
be-
like
it
3
used
times.
to be cool.
Not
Yeah.
Limbo, Inside, Zach, Inside.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
the
Same
second
game.
one. It's
Lush
fucking- yeah,
Foil
crazy.
is a Lush Foil. It's a photography
Yeah,
simulator.
photography simulator, dude. Don't you want to just be all tranquil in the woods and take pictures?
That's why I play video games.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe.
I can do.
What's wrong with you?
Every time I hear her doing that, I just picture her moving, but like not going
She's
anywhere.
flopping all around.
You know what I mean? Like,
And
What- how
she
do you
just
get that-
walks out?
how do you get that much noise? Jesse,
To,
hold on. I gotta figure this out.
like a walrus.
Jesse, am I wrong? When we hear that noise, is it Zelda just like running really fast but staying in one space? Like she's just
walking around in circles.
she's old, dude.
Just a-
Old
she's
dogs
just a
like to walk in
chunker.
circles.
She's gone senile. She doesn't know what she wants.
Yeah, you were saying that.
Woo.
Wait, no, Zach was saying that. Who was saying that? We were just talking about that yesterday about Watson. He's just gone.
Dude, she's back at the
said
door
that.
right now. I can hear her.
I said it.
She's
She
scratching.
just wants the door to be open.
No, I
Can Marley
don't want
not
the door
pick
open.
her up?
It,
Can
it
Marley
doesn't
not-
last. No, it
No,
won't last.
she cries. She cries
just
too much, or
chilling.
what? Not
Stop!
Marley. By the way, that's not what I'm asking. Marley cries too much.
She just cries. Well, oh, yeah. To a T.
That sucks.
I actually
To a
wasn't
T.
looking at you guys.
That's the
We
T
kind
pose
of
game.
talked about that one already. Flock. Co-op game that has you flying through the skies with your friends and flying. creatures.
Yay! Is that like Hohokum?
I have no idea, dude.
You played Hohokum. You played a whimsical game, Zach. Don't act.
I
Hohokum was
played-
one of
no,
your faves.
I have no idea if the game is like that.
No, I know. But like,
Yeah.
you do
They
like
all
some
kinda look
weird
like
games. You do like
Hohokum.
some of these weird indie games.
Like
Every now and then
Katamari.
you will attach to one.
It's like you have
Ghost
to do like
Bike.
little puzzles to like unlock different birds and add them to your flock or something like that.
Hmm.
Ghost
about
Bike
Ghost
didn't
Bike,
really
Jess?
show like what the direction of the game is, but the art style looks cool. But I don't
You
know.
ride
It's
bikes?
people riding bikes around, but they don't tell you what you're doing or the goal. Or
Was there a lot of that kind of shit, Jess? Where it's like not really showing what the game is?
No, not mostly. It was pretty straightforward. It was just this one was a little like they didn't really show much, and Blade Runner they almost showed nothing.
Ghost
that
Bike.
T-pose game didn't either. It was just a
Ghost Bike tells
music
the
hmm
Ghost Bike tells a tale of the magical couriers who rode between the world of the living and the world of the dead. That's what
Hmm.
Ghost Bike did.
the courier that rode through the land of the living to the land of the dead. It's
There's a
like
game
Paperboy,
called-
but in hell.
This game is out already because I see it on the PlayStation Store. But Mundown, it's like some kind of horror game that's like pencil
This is
drawn.
the pencil art game. It came out a
It's
while
coming
ago,
to
but
PS5,
now it's
or
coming
it's
to
coming to next
new
gen.
gen.
Bounty Star.
This
Mech
one,
combat,
the trailer
base
was
building,
bad, but it
farming.
does seem like it could be a fun game. It's like you build up your own little. It kind of looks like Fallout or something. Like, don't you have to like build houses in Fallout and like kind of live and collect resources?
You don't have to.
Fallout 4 had a lot of that though.
You can
seems-
definitely in Fallout 4.
It seems like that, but you also have like a mech to go out on missions, and it has like
That's
regular,
sick.
like action fighting kind of stuff. And I don't know, it looked
What the
okay,
fuck?
but the trailer was kind of bad. Like they just didn't.
Like
I
the
don't know.
concept sounded cool, but it was bad. Like
They didn't
presentation of what it
bad
was.
presentation, yeah.
Oh man, I
Well,
don't
it
see
seems
that
like
one
it
on
could
this
be okay.
IGN article.
That's kind of a lot of games from one little company. The last thing is a game called
they big 'em out, dude.
Storyteller, and that's a game headed to Netflix. Storyteller,
What?
a game
It's
headed to
like
Netflix from Annapurna.
It's like a choose your own adventure kind of.
I think it said it's a puzzle adventure game. Yeah, probably like a choose your own adventure.
Yeah.
I play the trivia on
They
Netflix
don't
every
have the
once in a while.
coolest. Are you looking at the
Yeah,
IGN
we played
article?
that. We played that in Joshua Tree a lot.
What was the coolest thing, Jess?
Well, there was a game about. It was a game called We Kill Monsters, and it was the guy was working on it, like, and was like bouncing between 2D and 3D, and then he finally just trashed the 2D file, and then he went full 3D, and it's called We Kill Monsters, and actually looks like a real game. And they don't even put it in here. It's by a company called Glass
about
Dude, the
Revolver.
IGN article only had like 8 games. Like 2 of the games you guys just talked about weren't even on the article I was looking at. That's so I was like, what the fuck?
Yeah, We Kill Monsters looked okay. They didn't show anything. It just looked like a real game, like a third person, real 3D, good graphics game. So I mean, it's just different. Annapurna usually doesn't do that kind of stuff.
I write my own articles actually now.
Do you?
So I pull
You
it
just
from my
write
own.
them?
Yeah.
Go to your site then. If you wanna learn
Quick mention. You guys have anything else to say about Annapurna Showcase? Was that cool enough for you? Did it do the right things? Did it seem Annapurna like? Yeah, all those things probably.
For what the company is, it honestly was like a pretty strong showcase.
Yeah,
Probably what
Annapurna puts out like one. Even if they put out like 10, like one of them's probably going to be great. You know, they always have a great game in rotation. But I feel like they have a lot more lately, so it's kind of hard. It's kind of getting harder to decipher the good. Before they felt a lot more piecemeal, where like when you saw Annapurna, like it was almost always going to be a good time. But I think they might have too many what was it, like pots in the fire or whatever the fuck. You know what I mean?
Too many hands in the pot.
Cooks
Too
in the
many cooks,
kitchen.
dude.
Too many cooks and too many cooks. Yeah, it spoils the broth.
That's right. That's where I'm at with that. With a lot of companies, actually. Everyone's just banging out. Here's like 30 fucking games. Like, dude, who has the time, dude?
I just wanted to mention real quick. I guess South Korean's Game Rating and Administration Committee, so like their version of rating video games, right? They saw there was a brand new listing for Red Dead Redemption, and everyone's thinking that that's a leak on that Red Dead Redemption Part 1 is being remastered.
Do people like? Is that something people want?
Yeah, I wonder. But like in the Red Dead 2 style, maybe like really hyper realistic.
I would think like a real remaster. Yeah, I'm not sure. And add like a whole. I would hope that you make it dope as shit. Yes, because Red Dead 2 is like one of the best games ever made. I mean, 1 was for a long time, and then I don't know.
Yeah, I feel like they one up themselves every time, kind of, you know.
Yeah, it's hard.
It's strange for them to go back, you know, but they did that recently with the Grand Theft Auto trilogy, even though
but that was
really, I know those weren't really remakes, they were kind of just glorified.
Those are straight ports.
It depends on if it's a remake or if they're just
maybe
making it available to purchase like on storefronts somehow.
I guess if they if they pulled a Capcom and really like redefined what the original Red Dead Redemption is, that could be cool. Expand
awesome. Yes.
Make the map bigger. Add all the extra stuff that mechanics from Red
All
Dead.
the hairs and
It's so crazy to think that,
everything.
like,
Just make the mechanics from Red Dead 2 and put it into Red Dead 1.
I just feel like Rockstar is going so hard with GTA 6 right now because we saw that beta footage last year. Those like early
They have to be.
whatever.
Oh, the leaked one. I forgot.
Yeah.
They're
So
going
like,
hard.
It was hacked.
It was looking cool, but it was rough. Like they got a lot of work to do. Like, do they got the time? I mean, whatever. Rockstar's a gigantic company. I'm sure they probably have like fucking 5 million employees at least, right?
Even if the game sucks, it's going to be number 1 in the world.
Can it top GTA 5 though? I feel like GTA 5 online has made so much money. I feel like that might have peaked money, like financially.
No.
You think they could do it again?
Everyone will buy it and everyone will play it.
It's gonna be big. GTA 6?
Yeah.
It's not gonna suck.
No,
I mean,
it
I guess
won't.
yes, even if it does, but it's not gonna suck.
No.
No, there's no way.
Like, there's
They
no
can't
way.
let it suck. Even with the
Can't.
Hauser Bros leaving though. Like I don't know. You only got one house. You only got one house left.
It's okay. I
Yeah,
promise.
you're right. There's a whole team. It's not just about those dudes.
It's not like they just left like, all right, like back, we're out. Like people
Yeah.
know exactly what you're looking for, and they set them up. They must have set them up.
I do like the Bonnie and Clyde pitch that they're going with. The guy and
Yeah,
girl,
the one guy, one
girlfriend
girl.
team, like kind of dirt scumbags, whatever the case is, running from the law. That could be fun.
Miami.
Maybe it's
Is it like a
I don't know
Miami
where
style
it's-
area?
I don't
I would
remember
think.
where it is. I thought they were like blending all the games worlds together is what I feel like.
Oh, I
we've
say
heard.
Miami. I mean Vice City. It's gonna be. I
Yeah, well,
I
we
feel
know
like
what
it's
you
gonna be
meant.
in Vice City, and there's gonna be a secondary part of the map that's like Cuba or something like that, and you can go down and do like illegal drug runs. That's everything that I've read. That's what I feel like it's gonna be. There's gonna be two
robbing
islands,
banks,
right?
drug runs.
Two
You lost your
islands that
voice.
you can go in
Sorry
between.
guys, sorry.
Wait.
Sorry for what?
You're gonna get an echo effect. For some reason, my headphones went to my computer. I'm just gonna.
Oh,
Yep,
you stuck
back
me
on.
out.
Nothing changed.
But yeah,
on our
that
side.
would be. That's what I think is gonna happen. That'd be cool. And then the other cool thing I would think is making it in like Japan, but I don't think they're gonna do Japan. I'm not sure if London would be like on the table at this point.
Go back to London, dude. GTA, OG GTA 2,
Yeah.
and actually finally see it in 3D or whatever. Is it?
Is it just?
I mean,
is it cool enough to look at? I don't know.
What kind of is it cool enough to drive through? I think is always what they think about the most. What's the best?
Yeah, I'm not all the
where
way
are you gonna
sure.
get the best driving scenery?
I'm
You know what I
not all
mean?
the way sure.
When's the
You-
last game that was set in London?
Probably didn't like one of
Driver.
the Watchdog games do London, like Watch Dogs 2?
Watch Dogs.
Then GTA probably
Yeah.
shouldn't do it because those games suck.
They had a
not
driver
the
in
best.
London as well.
What,
Yeah, it was called Driver
PS1?
London.
Remember Driver? Remember those
I
games?
do. Driver 3 was fun.
Driver
remember that
San
one.
Francisco. People hate that game. I like it though. You are right. It is fun. What is not liked within gaming?
The world.
Yeah. When it comes to all the Microsoft stuff that's been happening, again, legally, I don't get at all what any of this
Me
means.
neither.
necessarily.
I was trying to read the article.
But
I don't
what
know
I
what any
can
of this
say
means or why it
is
matters.
I just pulled some things that I thought were interesting, like just leaks. Now, I don't know how much of it is just headline grabbing, but I'm going to go through a couple and you guys tell me what you think here, okay? Internal email shows Microsoft early thinking on acquisitions to drive Xbox. So Microsoft was ready to spend Sony out of business in 2020. They said, let's just pay and sink Sony.
Yeah, which is bad news, like super bad news, because that is literally saying we want to monopolize and outpay to win. We want to fucking buy all the companies and beat them that way.
I feel like it's
even though
bad
they're,
that he
like,
said out of business, like
spent
in particular.
yeah, like kill them. That's brutal. And yeah, because corporate people are brutal. We always see the front facing fun side of this shit. Fun Phil Spencer, Yoshida fun,
Isn't
whatever.
that just isn't that just how business works? That's what I try to do in my business, like every day. Crush your competition, like the
I get
cockroaches
it.
they are.
But
Mr. Wonderful.
But when people hear that, and you're in a case that is specifically talking about not letting them buy Activision because it can monopolize. It could be a chain reaction of monopolizing the gaming industry. It could affect them, in a negative light. We're just talking about like, will Xbox be able to buy Activision or not? Really? But yeah, Jesse, you're right. Of course, every company wants to outbeat everyone else. Yeah,
I don't think it should even be an issue. I don't know why people care so much. If they want to buy stuff and expand their company and make it better and stronger and better than the other ones, then why should anyone care to stop them?
Well,
why is it even a legal matter?
Gamers are hardcore about this kind of shit, and they're very opinionated. But the people who care more are Sony, because they're going to lose Call of Duty, which we've now learned that like produces them $800 million or something like that in profit revenue. Like I don't remember if
it's all the time. It's called a bidding war. Sony needs to cough up some money for
Sony. I think the 800 million thing, Dust, was how much Sony spends on getting Call of Duty.
No, they weren't talking about being worried about losing revenue, because they're basically afraid that Call of Duty's offering them this like 5-year deal, or whatever. Yeah, we'll give you Call of Duty games for a certain amount of time. But like, yeah, I got some emails here that actually talk about this kind of stuff too.
Let's save the emails because they're a little juicier. Let's just go over some of these big things real quick.
Yeah, it's like basically confirmation that a whole bunch of other it's basically just like, Xbox also tried to buy Sega and fucking tried to buy all of them. They want to buy Square Enix. There's
they wanted to buy obviously Bethesda, Activision, Blizzard, but they were also thinking Sega and Bungie. But Bungie obviously.
Didn't Microsoft just acquire a new studio a couple days ago?
Yeah, studio that makes smaller company, right?
Forspoken, or what's the game with the girl?
It can't be Forspoken because that's Square Enix.
Yeah,
Hellblade company.
Oh, probably.
Ninja Theory, I think.
Which is funny because when it comes to like smaller games and developers that always put exclusive games out on certain consoles anyways, like everyone seems to be okay with it because Sony does the same thing.
Yeah, Microsoft bought Ninja Theory this week.
Ninja Theory. Oh, so that means they're gonna get.
But nobody has a problem with that
because it's small beans, dude.
Yeah, it doesn't make sense to me. It seems like a bunch of bullshit.
It is. It really is. It's all corporate fucking espionage, dude. Espionage.
Why would, even if PlayStation did lose Call of Duty, that wouldn't ruin their company. They'll just enforce PlayStation to go in-house studios and bring back Killzone, bro. Let's go.
They know Killzone ain't the fucking biz, though. It has
create a new IP. Make a new one.
Dude, I think they're trying. I think that in these past few years, they have been acquiring a lot of new studios working on first-person shooters, and more even grossly, what are the fucking live service games, dude? Like this last PlayStation Showcase thing we saw the new game Bungie's making is that weird kind of multiplayer only. I forgot what it's called, but I think it's gonna be not live. I don't know. I think they're trying to make a lot of live service
games of service
money makers, dude. Kind of shit like that. I don't know. Yeah, I agree. Let them it sounds like PlayStation buys studios all the time. You're right, and people are like, yeah, that makes sense.
The game is called Marathon from
yeah. Marathon, the one that was all the.
It says PvP extraction shooter.
Blake was.
That's right.
Blake never does anything.
Animals, man. I told you they're the worst. They are the worst.
Oh, really? Blake is regularly does nothing, but
chill.
when she actually makes noises, it scares me that there's people here. I'm nervous. Leslie's at the fair, bro. So I get scared.
That's why I'm scared right now.
What do you
We'll
think
let you
Leslie's
know if
gonna
someone
come home
shows up
with?
behind you. Oh yeah, like,
Hey,
we're good.
hey, dude,
A new jacuzzi.
this is not the place to be alone.
Are you scared of the people that can creep in or the spiders?
Any of it. I don't know. Snakes, spiders, people, spiders.
There's just too many hiding spaces. Huh?
I'm assuming you guys talked like all about what we were talking
No,
about.
we didn't. We actually, when you left, me and Jesse stopped.
stopped?
Talking. Yeah,
All right,
we
good.
just
We went
waited.
silent. We waited
I
for
saw
you.
that I think the story got a little flipped, like I think the narrative got flipped a little bit, but Bethesda executive confused by Microsoft's willingness to keep Call of Duty on PlayStation, but not put their games on.
Xbox?
I swear I'm hearing noises. I'm not kidding.
Keep one butt out.
I heard a flop. What is happening?
Oh man.
Someone breaking
The
into your
worst show
house?
ever. No, I don't know. I'm scared.
You got a weapon ready?
Always.
Then
Yeah, this episode can't get much worse at this point.
Dude, who knows what's the noise?
Yeah.
Everyone's having issues right now.
It's really rough.
this whole episode has been noise. I need to
It's
make
only
some
been
Yeah,
noise.
my headphones have been freaking out.
Yeah, we really need to introduce
Since
that red
animals are
light. We
freaking
need to
out.
start a red light system where like
We try to get everything under control.
just
We
really
all-
needs to be under control.
We do our shows from our
I get it.
houses. Like, what can you expect? It
I
gets
know.
tough. It's tough out there.
Anyways, Bethesda executive confused by Microsoft's willingness to keep Call of Duty on PlayStation, but not put their games onto PlayStation.
Yeah, they're kind of
I don't
bummed
really
out,
get
right?
that.
They're bummed out.
I'm not really
that,
sure. Because
No,
do they actually make more money from putting their games onto PlayStation, or are they just getting
Yes.
paid the same from Microsoft no matter what?
Well, there's also another article, Zach, that you're not bringing up that kind of goes with.
You guys aren't like hearing extra
on me.
noises in my mic, right?
No,
Okay.
but it just looked funny because you like it was really Blair Witch shit where you did the head turn, but it was like it clipped out from like this point to you turning. So I saw.
Oh, cool. Cool.
Yeah, dude. What? I don't know what the fuck we're talking about anymore. Bethesda.
Yes. Upset
They,
about their games not being on
because like
PlayStation as well.
for one they had done an interview that says like obviously it costs a lot more money to produce and make a game work on both consoles. It's different hardware. It's similar enough, but it still costs money to optimize them for multiple platforms.
Yeah.
But yeah, they said Starfield 100% would not be coming out this year if they were putting it on PlayStation.
Yeah,
But
that was
if
going to
they
lead
did-
me
but-
into that was one of the next things I had was Starfield was planned for PlayStation 5 prior to Microsoft's acquisition.
If they dropped it on PlayStation, like of course it would make way more money. So like yeah, when they hear like that Xbox is wheeling and dealing with Activision and making, arrangements to have it be on PlayStation just because that's the only way to maybe help get this deal through. I'm sure Bethesda's like, well, what are we, small fry? Like what? I don't know. I kind of understand where the other big developers that recently got bought out from Xbox or Microsoft would kind of have a little, not a chip on their shoulder, but be a little confused. Like, what are they? Were you better than me, dog?
That almost means like they're the big fry in a way.
They are though. That's what I'm saying. This deal is so huge and it's for Call of Duty. Like it's not for all the other shit. It's Call of Duty,
It's the
dude.
most profitable game like ever. They come out every year and they always
Grand
break
Theft Auto, bro.
records.
They're always number one. Well, consistently though, Call of Duty track record as a versus one. Grand Theft Auto as a singular game is a behemoth, but Call of Duty as a franchise is a Fucking
makes a lot of
Titan.
money.
There's been a Call of Duty game in like the top 10 games sold
Every year for the
month
past
for
15
every
years.
month for the past like 15 years.
Call of Duty, bro.
I want to go play right now.
Last thing that I had, at least, and I don't know why, I don't even know how this stuff gets released. They say it's like by accident or something, but there was leaks on how much some of PlayStation's biggest exclusive games cost. And it says The Last of Us 2 budget, how much it costs to make. The Last of Us 2 budget was $220 million, and the new Horizon game that just came out was $212 million.
Wow, what a waste of money.
Does that seem crazy? Or it
The
doesn't seem that
Horizon
crazy,
one
right?
does.
I mean, people like it, but wasn't Destiny? Wasn't Destiny like $1 billion to make or something like that?
No. No way.
I swear I remember reading that.
No.
The first Destiny.
I don't remember seeing anything like that, dude. No.
Nothing like that?
$1 billion?
Yeah, dude, I swear. Well, yeah, it was like the most expensive game that had ever been made.
So Zach, I did a calculation real quick, just to put that into perspective. 220 million, and say what game? Last of Us 2.
Last of Us 2, 220 million.
Real quick, search. I'd imagine they sold probably roughly around 20 million or more copies of that game, right? Just if one of you could do a quick over 200 million. Just like Last of Us 2 units sold. Just real quick.
I got it.
Even if they sell 20 million copies of that game at $60 a piece, sorry, maybe even 70. I don't remember if that was 70 yet.
10 million.
Whatever, either 10 mil.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, okay. Last of Us 2 only sold 10 mil.
That's what it says.
Dude, Nintendo makes
as of June
so much
2022. Money. So that's a year ago.
Anyway,
I can tell you, I got a list here of the most expensive games to make.
I got it too.
The overall cost and the marketing
What I was trying to say though is like, dude, you sell 20 million copies, you make 1.2 bill. So you're making money, bro.
Everything I'm looking at actually says Red Dead 2 is the most expensive game ever made.
Unless what Jesse's about to say, it ends up getting crazy with the marketing.
Well, how are you supposed to even believe anything, I guess, at that point?
I find that so funny.
What do you got, Jess?
Yeah. What do you got?
Well, this is a list that's adjusted for inflation. So
yeah, that's good.
The most
from the bottom up. Let's go.
It goes pretty low, but
like 10.
Do like top five.
Top five. 1, 2,
top
3,
five.
4, 5. All right, number 5.
Top 5.
Development cost 100 million. That is Battlefield 4.
Battlefield 4, 100 mil.
Number 4.
That one sold a shitload though.
They don't have the marketing cost for this one because maybe EA doesn't release it. But for this next one, it was 174 million development cost, 142 million marketing cost.
Star Wars.
This is 316 million. And then with inflation, 357 million total. This is Cyberpunk 2077.
Ooh, EA? Wait, that's not an EA game.
That's CD Projekt.
That's CD Projekt.
Oh, I thought you said EA. My bad.
Oh no, they don't. I don't think EA releases their marketing.
For Battlefield. Gotcha.
Then next, dude, Zach was right on this one. 212 million. Horizon Forbidden West. That's the development cost. And then next is Last of Us Part 2, 220 million.
It's weird. This list must have just been updated.
And then there's one above it, number 1. And I've never heard of this game, but it says to be announced, and the developer is Cloud Imperium Games.
Is it EVE Online or something?
It's a game for Windows, it looks like.
The most expensive game is the game that's
published by Cloud Imperium Games for Microsoft Windows.
Is this like some simulator thing that they had to spend a lot of money on because it's like some
it says it's a multiplayer space trading and combat simulation game.
Starfield?
Called EverQuest?
No, it's called Star Citizen. 415
Oh,
plus
Star
million.
Citizen. Okay, yeah, but I don't know. I guess
Yeah.
that counts.
That's an MMO though, right? That's like a online.
It's like a
forever
super,
land.
super online game.
So they're
Super.
always dumping money in that fucking game. Then
Yeah,
Mhm.
415 million plus. There's only one with the plus sign.
that's crazy.
Just under
Damn.
Battlefield 4 was Shadow of the Tomb Raider, Watch Dogs, Dead Space 2, Gran Turismo 5, Rift, Kingdom Under Fire 2, Gears of War 3.
Dude, it's kind of wild to think about. They spend so much less money on video games than they do like movies, and movies make less money. It feels like sometimes. I know.
Just
No
real
wonder the
quick.
gaming industry is booming.
This is what I don't get, and I'm not saying Jesse's list is wrong, but I had a list up while
I didn't
Jesse
make
had
that
one up
list.
as well. That's what I'm saying. I had a list up while Jesse had a list up as well. Most expensive video games to produce, like most expensive games to produce ever. Number 1, Red Dead 2, 540 million. It says Cyberpunk 316, Grand Theft Auto 5 265, Call of Duty Modern Warfare 2, the new one, 250 million. Shadow of the Tomb Raider, 135. And then Battlefield 4 is on this list with 100 million. How? How are those two such different lists?
Yeah, like,
How much do fucking games cost to produce?
That's crazy. I don't know.
I swear Destiny was like really expensive to make. I always thought
It was in the making for a long time. I remember that. I was like a 10-year in the making fucking franchise right there. I'm ready for Destiny 3. I would like to jump back into that
My list
franchise.
says that Destiny was 140 million.
That's a lot.
I don't think
That's
Destiny
not a
3
lot.
is ever coming out.
That's for
Just gonna
Destiny
stay in
1.
Destiny 2.
Destiny 2 isn't even on the list.
Probably cheaper because it was already all made. Do you have
You guys
anything
wanna hear
juicy to pull from that one, Dust?
You want to hear some emails from Chris
Let's hear the
Jim
juice.
Ryan to Chris Deering, another PlayStation executive from 2022, around the time the acquisition first came to fruition, let's say.
Let's hear the juice.
Jim Ryan says it's not an Xbox exclusivity play at all. They're thinking bigger than that, and they have the cash to make the moves like this. I've spent a fair bit of time with both Phil and Bobby Kotick, by the way, who's a Activision dude, over the past day. I'm pretty sure we will continue to see Call of Duty on PlayStation for many years to come. We have some good stuff cooking. Keep your eyes peeled. I'm not complacent, and I'd rather this hadn't happened, but we'll be okay. More than okay. And then that guy, Chris Deering, replies to Jim Ryan, CEO of PlayStation. Phil Spencer was at CNBC saying that the acquisition would cement Microsoft as a player in mobile games. Strikes me as more of a King play than Call of Duty. But King, which is the mobile developer that is part of the deal, by the way. You know, King, they make Candy Crush, I think. Yes, really popular, whatever. King sold to Bobby for $5 billion and has now grown to be worth $50 billion. If this was an Xbox exclusivity play, Spencer would have locked up Microsoft console exclusivity for the next 3 Call of Duty releases for maybe $5 billion. The major cash out will lure most of the talent to take. So he's saying the major cash out, once Microsoft buys Activision, it's going to lure most of the talent out. And they're going to run away once their contracts allow, leaving Microsoft with a gnarly management challenge. I bet Eves is smiling like the Cheshire Cat. If this was a play to end PS5, I think it would be massively overhauled. There's a lot of typos in here, by the way, which is why I'm flubbing on the reading. Corporate people just like, Aah! It'll massively overhaul and will not meaningfully succeed. I guess Microsoft can piss away that kind of valuation without being more harmed than helped. But I am not losing a wink of sleep over the future of our baby. Hope you agree. Cheers, Chris. P.S. They would have been better off announcing a new electric car.
Ooh.
These are the kind of disses
Burn.
these corporate these
Burn.
Jesse. Do you hear that? They would have been fucking better off announcing a new electric car.
Yeah, sure.
I don't know what the fuck is going
Sick
on.
burn, dude.
Sick burns
That's
going
pretty
on.
juice. That's some good juice. You got any other?
We got
wheezing in there?
a back and forth from Phil Spencer and Jim Ryan. You got Mr. PlayStation emailing Mr.
What happened?
Yeah, dude.
Oh.
Not too long ago in 2022. Let me see here. It's kind of long. This is basically like
What are they hashing out?
it's basically Jim Ryan telling Phil Spencer what he expects of them if this deal goes through. It's very like, yo, chill the fuck out, dude. You know, like let's see here.
Like, chill
From
out, Jim
Phil
Ryan.
to Jim. Yeah. No, like Jim Ryan, PlayStation guy telling
He's
yeah,
making his
my bad.
demands.
Yeah, he's
Yeah,
making
chill
some
out,
fucking
Jim
demands.
Ryan. Like, yo,
Yeah.
dude, they're gonna own the company. You can't just make.
He's
you
like,
just
yeah,
say whatever
Phil,
the fuck you want.
thank you for the email. We agree that ensuring Activision Blizzard games are available on PlayStation is the right thing to do for gamers and the industry.
Oh.
However,
Mm.
Microsoft's original proposal did not
Oh.
fulfill this objective and left us with serious concerns that our counter proposal is designed to address. Far from being unusual, our counter proposal represents the minimum needed to respect gamers' interests and maintain competition. We believe there are two fundamental principles that are critical to mitigating the potential negative impact to gamers from Activision acquisition. The first principle is the commitment to availability of Call of Duty and their Activision games on PlayStation must be sufficiently broad to fully align with gamers' expectations. To do the right thing for gamers, it is not enough to represent that a particular selection of older titles will remain on PlayStation. He's trying to say, like, I think you're going to fuck us over, and you're letting us know that you will let us have Call of Duty games, but a lot of this stuff is saying, like, if you give us this contract, it better not be shitty versions of Call of Duty, and it better not be only old versions of Call of Duty, like some underlining like details, like, yeah, we're going to give you Call of Duty the 3-year-old model. It's a lot of that.
Dang, if Microsoft got 1 year exclusivity on the newest Call of Duty and then PlayStation gets it the year after every year.
That wording is in there too, Zach. That wording's in there too. He's like, we don't want you to have but ultimately, dude, like if Microsoft gets the deal, they can do whatever the fuck they want.
That's what I'm saying.
Sony gave Microsoft MLB The Show.
You want to hear Phil Spencer's like pretty short response? By the way, the Jim Ryan one's like long. I'm not going to go into a Phil response. Like, Jim, thank you for your response. As I stated to you in my emails and on our calls, Sony is an important distributor of Activision content. We would like to find a way to maintain that relationship once we've closed the Activision acquisition. I continue to stand behind the written agreement I sent to you on January 31st, 2022 with my signature memorializing our commitment to Sony. The agreement would keep all existing Activision console titles on Sony, including future versions in the Call of Duty franchise. This includes all the way up to 2027, by the way. That includes content and feature parity, as well as making it let's see. It's hard to align the principles set out in your email of May 26, 2022 with Sony's leading role in the market. As I said before, we believe that keeping these titles on Sony, as we did with Minecraft, is the right thing to do. He's like, yeah, we're going to do that, but some of the shit you're asking for kind of cracked out.
Yeah, they
Cracked out.
Minecraft. True. It's a good call.
So yeah,
Sony gave them MLB.
Like that.
Or did Xbox allow them to put it on
MLB?
I think the MLB contract.
People like baseball. You don't like baseball, that's fine. But people like baseball.
Oh, that was a hate baseball joke. My bad. Baseball sucks. Banana ball only. Erica was asking if I could share the email. I don't know how to do that though. I don't know how to do that.
You show it on your phone. You say, look at the email.
I don't know how to share it. I don't know how to share anything.
I think that's enough about overall, what do you guys think is going to happen? Is Microsoft going to acquire Activision or not?
Yes.
So they've been blocked, right, in Europe already, or somewhere overseas.
Whatever that means.
I don't understand that. So like,
blocked. Can't do it. Your money's
Yeah,
no good here.
Well, they can block these deals though. Like there are people in power that could block these giant deals from happening from companies. I don't think it happens often though. I think ultimately someone is going to get a payout, and the deal will be unblocked all of a sudden. Just gotta.
So yes, Microsoft will own Activision Blizzard.
Probably. So the trial ended today, and we'll hear about it like in the next few days or so. There's going to be an answer here soon.
I think like the next few months.
And even if the FTC blocks the deal, they're going to appeal it and try to do it again. And we're going to be hearing about this deal probably for 3 years
Until they're able to buy them.
Until they buy them, because they don't want to pay the $80 million penalty that they have to give Activision if the deal doesn't go through as well.
How come Disney could go buy Marvel and Star Wars and all this stuff and acquire all
they
these
bought
studios?
They bought Star Wars for $4 billion.
I know, it's crazy.
What is that?
So there's something about the price tag that they put on Activision that I think is making this feel maybe bigger than it needs to be. It's $700 billion or some shit like that. I don't know why that matters.
I think it's
like,
no,
it's
I
an
think
out
it's
of control
strictly
price.
because I think it's strictly because of the console wars. There's no wars in between. There's bidding wars maybe to buy Marvel or Star Wars, but there's no wars in between like what movie theater is going to be able to distribute it if a certain company owns it. So it's not.
I'm sorry, I was way wrong, Jesse. Sorry, let me correct myself. 68.7 billion. That's way different than what I said. Way.
Yeah, I was like, it's almost $1
$800
trillion.
way different. Whoa. I'm glad I fact checked myself. I would have sounded like a big idiot.
That's
some people.
Like
Okay,
67 billion. I mean, that's a
70
lot of
billion,
fucking
yeah.
money. It's a lot of money.
Mm-hmm.
$7
But I think a lot of it is. It has to do.
I don't know if it has. I don't know if that's why it doesn't matter or not, though. Honestly, I have no fucking clue why certain things are allowed.
Strictly
and
because
certain
of
things aren't.
PlayStation, I would think.
Yeah, it does seem like
They-
it's all
they-
PlayStation.
Yeah, like I guess Disney buys Star Wars and.
Don't you want these
and
games in
Marvel.
America?
Huh?
Right.
To be American made.
American-made video games run the
Oh
world.
no.
And then we
Japan.
all buy the discs that are produced in Japan
Marley!
and China. Hey, Marley. There she goes. There she goes. And there she goes. Gone in the wind. Now Jesse's home alone, and he's going to get scared when he hears a creak in the wall.
Here's something. Hold on. All right. We're good.
Zach's still freaked out. I know he is. I can see it.
Yeah, I know. He just keeps looking back like every 30 seconds.
I've been this whole time.
He's so ready to end this podcast
What
so he
do
can
you
go
think is
inspect the whole
there?
house.
I need to go look around the whole house. No, I'm not really.
Yeah, they're gonna they'll get the deal. They'll get it, dude. Microsoft is huge. Microsoft's huge. They have a lot of money, and people with a lot of money get what they want. That's
Why not
simple.
get
This
it?
is America.
I just think like, even if they do get it, and even if Call of Duty is exclusive, Sony, fucking, if you have to, step your game up. Don't be scared. Make something better. Shouldn't that push them further? Like, isn't that ultimately what this should maybe do? And also, when it comes to Bethesda being like,
Jess
why
was saying
wouldn't
earlier when you were gone,
why
by the
wouldn't
way.
our games be on PlayStation? People are looking at it as if Xbox blocked that. Well, maybe it's because PlayStation's not going to fucking court to try to stop your games from not being on PlayStation like they are for Call of Duty and Activision. So maybe
because they don't care about
Bethesda
that
at this point should be like, well, we need to make our game the dopest fucking game because PlayStation didn't fight for.
Oh God.
You know what I mean?
Yes.
Yeah, dude. Yeah. Make better
So
games.
hopefully it does go through, and then better games will be made.
Yeah,
in
that's
the
what
long
we were
run.
saying while you were checking the house.
Oh, that's what
That's
you were
what-
saying while I was checking the house.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's basically exactly what Jesse said. He also said, bring Killzone back. They have
So
that
calm,
game.
dude. So calm.
Or SOCOM,
So
yeah.
calm.
That's the
It's
biggest
time.
first-person shooter for like 5 years.
Third person.
Still.
Is that third person?
And for-
then?
Tactical
it's both.
shooter in
I
general.
don't know. What the fuck do I know? I never played that shit.
What comes first
That's
person
in your
game,
lane.
bro?
Nah, it's third person.
Nah.
Bet.
Nah, dude. Sony
Nah.
needs to
I'm just
step it
saying.
up.
I'm not saying that that's how I feel at all. I'm just saying that that could be taken
I
as a
think-
viewpoint on this whole subject matter.
So you got like Microsoft on one side, who's always with Phil Spencer always being like, we're in third place and there's nothing we could do about it. And then you got Sony on the other side, who's like, we can't fucking make a Call of Duty game. Maybe they need to merge. Maybe everyone should just get along and make dope games together.
Why doesn't Xbox buy Sony?
Oh,
Microsoft buys Sony, and then we're all good, dude. Or Sony buy Microsoft. No, they can't afford that.
They could
No,
afford to
dude.
buy just the Xbox part, maybe.
Yeah.
Not the whole thing. Sony does make a lot of money, bro.
Is it selfish for me to still kind of want Xbox to just die out at this point and put Game Pass on PlayStation and just merge and just do Game Pass? Just let your baby
Yes.
be what it
That's
needs to
selfish
be.
of you
Oh.
to think.
Oh, oh,
It's not a problem, but it is selfish. It would be nice,
okay.
but it is selfish. You are a piece of shit, but it is
Okay.
selfish.
Yeah. And what else?
Yeah,
Just
Dude.
selfish.
you're selfish. Shellfish too.
I don't want to buy all the consoles, dude. I just want one. I just want there to be a console called Game
come
Station.
on, Games.
Game Station. Yeah.
You have to get the Soldier Boy.
Sony's net
Wow.
worth as of
Soldier
2023
Boy.
is $112 billion.
They
That's a
ain't
lot of
selling Blu-ray
fucking
players anymore.
Trilla.
Microsoft's net worth as of
Trill.
2023
600 trillion.
At
Wait,
least.
hold on.
Uh-oh.
Unless the decimal's in the
Live-
wrong spot. I think the decimal's in the wrong
boy.
spot.
1
'Cause this is a
gazillion?
lot.
$1 gazillion dollars.
Must be.
1 quadrillion?
No, that's
What?
fake money at that point.
Two. I mean, is that how it works?
Count the
Then
zeros.
yeah,
Do
dude.
this math.
Let's do it. Let's do it out live. Let's do it live.
How many
Okay.
What
zeros?
does it start with?
It's the number is 2443.3 billion. So is that 2,443,000,000,000?
Would that? That's a lot of money.
That's what I'm saying.
lot
And
of
this is
money.
actually on multiple websites. I'm seeing it now. Yeah, 2
Microsoft?
trillion. They're above 2 trillion now.
So Sony is the smallest of small fry in the gaming
Oh, yeah.
market. If we're,
Sony
if we're
is
talking about just money.
Sony's 112 billion and Microsoft is 2.4 trillion.
2297 billion. What is that?
Over 2 trillion.
2,297 billion.
Billion. Yeah.
That's
So
in the
2
trillions.
trillion.
Why don't they put trillion?
I don't know. So yeah, Microsoft just needs to buy Sony and then everything will go back to normal.
Yeah, pay
One
them
console to
over
rule
what?
them all.
Wait, so what was the Sony price again?
112
100
112
100
billion.
and
That's not that far off from what they're trying to buy Activision for.
no. And that's all of Sony, like their movies, their music,
It's all of
and
Sony, yeah.
PlayStation. Woo, boy, yeah, Microsoft. Well, of course, though, Microsoft. They're in like every job, every workplace, every corporate environment, every thing that's
Yeah, they're
operating like a
Are all
point
of our
of
computers?
sale.
All of our computers have some Microsoft powered chips and tech.
You know, they have programs on every application. They have an application on every device, pretty much.
And now they're
Microsoft
trying to
doesn't
buy
fuck
all the
around.
developers out, dude. They're trying to
the
monopolize the
AI.
video game market.
I mean, and they're like one of the leaders in AI right now.
And Sony has some good movies and video games.
A lot of music rights. Everyone forgets Sony has a lot of music rights.
Those don't carry value.
Not
I would
anymore.
Say that, I
It
would
used
say
to.
the money they make on the Blu-ray disc, except no one really buys physical media anymore, so they don't get that production cost anymore either.
Let's end it off with what we've been playing for the week, and then GTFO,
God.
boys.
Yeah, you didn't
Who's
do
going-
this movie's trash.
I did not do this movie's trash. We're thinking of a new game, but we haven't unleashed it yet. So
And we want
We're
you to
working on
host
that.
it. It's a great idea. It's a great idea, Jess.
we're working on it.
You
Okay.
one movie is trash. I fucking suck
don't-
at that shit.
That'll come in. That'll
Yeah,
come in
me too.
future episodes and future
Just announce
updates.
you as the champion today. Cheer.
Oh yeah, we
for
decided that.
Jesse.
Yeah, you swept him like in multiple. There's no. I don't even think he would be able to come back. Cool, dude. Oh, like coming.
This next game, though, this next game, Zach, if Jet, I'm coming for you.
There's you versus
Coming for
Zach.
you.
For real?
Yeah.
What have I been playing? Call of Duty nonstop. That's all I play. It's my favorite game in
Jesse.
the world.
What console are you playing it
Figure
on?
it out.
PlayStation.
Not anymore.
It's fine with me.
Not anymore.
No, I actually
Man,
I
you
was
played
playing.
Battlefield, you fucking liar. You cheated on
Yeah,
Call of Duty.
I've been
and
playing
you played
Battlefield because a couple days ago I went on YouTube and I looked up a video of how to change the settings in Battlefield to make it play like Call of Duty. And now I could actually play Battlefield and enjoy it, and I could actually kill people.
That made you good.
See?
You need the controller settings to match Call of Duty.
Got like 60 kills yesterday. That's like what I got all year before I changed the settings.
It has a lot of settings.
I changed them all.
It has a lot.
Because the base settings in that, dude, that game fucking sucks when you first turn it on. It's unplayable.
You say what you will, but Battlefield is sick now. Hot take, Battlefield 2042 is sick Battlefield game now.
Battlefield, it is fun. I was having fun.
It feels like war again. It's
Well,
like
yeah, so-
constant.
Well, what made it suck back then? I thought it was just because like glitched and shit. Yeah, they patched it to death, I'd imagine.
No, it
and it's
wasn't
good
even
now.
glitches necessarily. Like how the whole game operated in general. Like the whole I don't know, hero, like I forget what they
The
actually
modes.
call them. Specialists. Like how the specialists work, the modes, the maps. The maps were fucking absolutely horse shit. They had to rework
No.
like every one of them to make them even playable. But at this point in its lifespan, it's a mad decent game. It's super fun.
What's
He's
the
having a
player
good
count?
time.
You guys don't struggle getting in matches, right? Is there a good player count in there? Everything filled up?
Yeah, go
You
start
can
matches quick.
different game modes. Yeah, they fill, but the most fun game mode by far is the 64 versus 64 rush.
The big
But it's only
map
available
match.
sometimes. It's not even big map. No,
Mm.
That
Just
one's called
mass amounts of people. That one's Conquest.
Conquest.
I never play Conquest anymore. It's like an old...
Games they take too long.
But anyways, yes, Battlefield's fun. Took over for it's actually Jesse supposed to be talking right now.
Yeah, you did. Rude.
Yeah, he took the words right out of my mouth.
Battlefield's sick, dude.
And well, I mean, that's because that's what you're also playing, right? You guys played together. Like
Actually,
bros.
Jesse's mostly been playing with Dave and Danny after I get off.
Yeah, Zach usually
Ah.
only plays until like 10:30.
What an old guy. What an old man.
Oh, last night we stayed up until like 2:30 playing Wheel of Fortune online. We share played
Oh,
it. Me, Danny,
damn.
and Dave. It was real fun, actually.
That's dope.
Hmm
Oh, American classic.
So Call of Duty,
Oh my gosh,
Battlefield,
did you guys
and Wheel
hear
of Fortune.
of who's taking over for Pat Sajak as he's retiring?
No.
No,
Drew Carey,
Seth Rogen.
Jimmy Fallon,
Then I have absolutely no idea.
Mariah Carey.
Take one shot. Steve Harvey.
Let me
Billy
just tell you.
Ray- Hey,
Fucking say
Cyrus.
it. Yes.
I didn't ask you guys to guess. I just said, did you hear who was getting?
Oh,
You're the one who just started
Right.
rapid firing names. Ryan Seacrest.
Beck. Oh.
Oh, that's a good call.
I know. That's what I was saying. I was like, oh, that's
Erica
perfect.
said Conan. Conan.
yeah,
Brian.
Ryan Seacrest.
Okay. He's
good.
charismatic.
Yeah, it might work.
Seems like a good one. He's
he
gonna
might
be
have
there
a
for
career.
like the next 60
he might have a
years.
career for the next like 40 years.
The AI Ryan Seacrest in 60 years.
We get to
Josh,
see
you play
Ryan
anything
Seacrest
cool?
turn old.
Does you play games?
Well, yeah, dude, I bought Final Fantasy 16 and then I replayed the whole section of the demo, which is like 3 hours because Erica wanted to try it out because I was telling her like the story's fucking cool as shit. Like like when you finally get a game that you're like, I could share this and I want to show this. It's that fucking sick. You know what I mean? So and because all the accessibility options, I don't know if I was bringing that up last time I talked about it. There's a lot of good accessibility options, which if someone who's not really good at action, based games, especially if you have to do a lot of camera movement, a lot of parries, a lot of dodging.
For Erica.
You could put wristbands on that will do a lot of help with that and
Got
make it
it.
easy and fucking a little more, again, accessible, obviously. But like, yeah, dude, we beat the demo section and then the game kind of does open up. But going back and forth from playing that game, dude, I didn't shit on what you were saying, Jesse. Come on.
What?
Yeah,
All
it's
right,
very
let's
like I
hear
said
all
right
about
here.
it.
It's very Game of Thrones kind of like fucking cool story. But I mean, whatever. The story's dope. The action is dope. The gameplay is sick as fuck, and it's linear though. It's very linear.
It's
And
good.
going
Heard
from
that.
and going from Tears of the Kingdom and then to this is super like apples and oranges and kind of throws you off mentally because like
does it feel like
I'm
restrictive
yes, because I've been
in
dude,
a
I got
bad
like
way?
6. I mean, in a kind of like a good palate cleanser, to be honest, from going
Because I
to
kind of
like
like those streamlined games. I like it that like you don't have to go back and like I don't know. Sometimes they're pretty. I
Jess,
prefer it.
Final Fantasy has an overworld, and it's almost like it. So like you'll beat a mission, and it'll pull the
It's like
map out,
Mario
and you have like,
World.
yeah, dude. It's like, all right, you got to go here now. And you click it, and then you could go back, to like hubs. It'll like open up save points and like hubs where you could get like side missions. But when you're just progressing the story, it's very like, yeah, you're here. You beat this level. All right, you go here. You're gonna beat maybe a little bit bigger of a map. Like the most exploration you're doing is like you click in the left stick to see your destination where you got to go, but you also see a door to the left. All right, I'm gonna go to the door on the left. There's probably gonna be a chest in there. It's real simple shit like that, dude.
Did you hear about the sales in Europe for Final Fantasy 16?
Supposedly it's been selling like
Probably
fucking
huge because the
hotcakes.
game's very, very European, medieval. Like, I don't know if that's why, but
Well, maybe I read the article wrong then.
Oh, is it? It's not doing good over there.
I heard it's on the first week of sales is 70% lower than Final Fantasy 15.
Oh, no way.
Oh, I read. I don't remember what it specifically was, but I thought I remember reading a positive sales article for.
Well, their worldwide sales are really, really good. But I was just talking about just the European market.
Wonder why. What's up with Europe in this game?
I didn't click on the article. I just read the headline on N4G.
The game's it's cool, dude. And again, like I think it's a good game. Like, so I'm still banging out Tears of the Kingdom, and yeah, I have been playing that like every other night, still like 2 hours, 3 hours at a time.
Yeah, I still have been turning it on.
It's a great game to jump into. It's a hard game to jump out of, and when you get a session going, and but like yeah, that's what I'm saying. Going from that to fucking Final Fantasy, like I just want to climb things, and then it is weird to be restricted, but it's kind of nice because it's just hey. Let's play a dope ass action game that's kind of in between Devil May Cry and old school Final Fantasy, I guess, or like it's a step above Final Fantasy 15, Jess, in the gameplay, but a step below the latest Devil May Cry. Let's just put it that way. It's a middle ground because they still want it to have the RPG elements. It is a step below, and I think they did that on purpose, dude. I don't think they want it to go that hard because Devil May Cry goes hard, dude. Yeah. Yeah,
it's like the most action game ever made. Like when it just comes to action, it's like
it's number
Bayonetta.
1, dude. But those go toe and toe.
Devil May Cry 5 in particular is fucking so.
No, but Zach,
action.
Final Fantasy does it gets pretty,
Twisted
you got
Metal.
a lot of options. Twisted Metal. We're talking about action games, not
the game is fucking
action
packed, dude. Every second.
But you know what we mean, dude. We're talking about like hack and slash action games. Devil May Cry, Bayonetta, this new Final Fantasy.
Is Twisted Metal even?
It's a PBS show.
This genre doesn't even exist anymore.
Guitar Hero 2. Action pack.
Twisted Metal without David Jaffe ain't Twisted Metal.
Who's Jaffe?
He's the creator of Twisted Metal and God of War.
Did he spell his name wrong when he wrote it?
No. You spelled it right, and then people say it wrong.
He pronounces it Jaffe.
That's why. Jaffee. How the fuck do you
All
say
right.
that, Jesse?
One last
Jaffe.
thing, dude. One
You
last
son
thing.
of a bitch.
Final Fantasy.
Jaffe.
I'm only like 6 hours deep. Tears of Kingdom's better. Tears of Kingdom is
Oof.
like my game of the year easily.
Well, I was
right
gonna
now.
ask
I
you.
fucking love it.
Seems like
Resident
an
Evil 4.
easy pick.
I can't. I mean, I'm so early in Final Fantasy though. Story
What do you
wise,
mean?
like
Seems like an easy pick. Oh, like for game of the year?
between the
For-
two, he's saying.
Between the two.
Oh,
Yeah, well, we know. Everyone knows you don't like Final
Jesse
Fantasy.
doesn't like
You
Final
don't like
Fantasy.
baseball. You don't like Final Fantasy.
Doesn't
You don't
like
like your
baseball.
cats.
Doesn't like Final Fantasy. Really hates his cats on some days.
Are you gonna like paddleboarding this Saturday?
No, I'm gonna get sunburned.
Ah!
I was thinking about buying a wetsuit.
Might be a good idea.
You
Might
know
be a
what? You
good
should actually
idea.
get like at least the top, right?
I'm like almost 100% sure I'm gonna get one because I will fucking turn it. Oh, I'll have to go to the hospital.
Just get the top piece, bro.
I'm
Nothing.
telling you, man, we need to invent the blue screen, the blue sunscreen from RoboCop 2. I need it in real life now.
Let's do it, dude.
Because our UV rays are so high.
Erica laughed at you.
Out loud.
It just says
I
laughed
heard
out.
it.
Why did it say
I heard it. I heard it.
LAU
LOL.
laughed at you?
Laugh at you loud. LAUL.
But yeah, it's I'm gonna get
LOL towards Jesse.
burned. And then the sand is gonna scratch all my sunburn and probably get infected.
We're only gonna be out there for like maybe 2 hours.
Nope, that's all gonna happen, Dustin. Shut up.
That's scary to me. I thought it was gonna be like one.
I could have swore
gonna
that
be
you
out
proposed
there
the
like
idea to
6
wanting to go
hours.
paddleboarding, though.
This is all my idea, yeah.
Okay, okay. Just to get clear here to the
Mhm.
audience, to the millions.
And
Millions.
millions. That's The Rock.
Yes. That. Nah. That's The Rock.
Does it look
Full
like I'm doing the
fucking
people's eyebrow?
100,000% energy. That's The Rock.
Can't.
Oh, good
can't
stuff,
turn-
guys.
Yeah. The other one keeps
Good
You
creeping
stuff.
up.
you can't get that eyebrow up there, dude.
Do you smell what the Zachy Brodsvelt is cooking?
When I do the eyebrow, it just makes me look more confused. When The
Wow.
Rock does it, he looks
Wow.
badass.
Yeah,
When I
me
do
Zachy
it,
too.
Roosevelt says.
I look like I have a confused face or like some type of disease.
used
I
to be
only
able to
like
do
doing
it
the
real
eyebrow
good.
when I have to do the Valley Girl, like, what face? Like, excuse me?
What?
Huh? But that's because we're white, and that just comes naturally to us.
I'm not white.
Pink.
The
My
Rock
shirt
says,
is white.
Dustin's name was almost Rock. Down, wow, 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 wow. The Rock says, wow, 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 wow.
No, you
Know your damn roll. Wow, 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 wow.
The
That
Rock
was a good
says.
episode, guys. No, that was actually real bad, but we'll clean it up
There's
next
good
week.
we had some distractions.
It was
Actually,
like one
we
of the
had stuff
worst.
to talk about.
Yeah, that's why
We
I'm
were
able to
extra
share
upset,
information.
actually.
And we shared information to the audience, and if you liked it, like this video. Help us. No, don't help us. Help yourself.
By liking this video
Mm,
Mm-hmm.
and watching us
That's a
every
good call.
Thursday.
Well, we do appreciate you watching, and we love you guys. That's
That's a
cool
good call.
that you listen through. If you're listening to this part, you listen through, right? Isn't that? I mean, if you're hearing me right now, you listen through.
Also, if you listen through at this point, you would know that last week, if you listened all the way through, that I did a heads tails video game choosing,
Yeah.
and I bought a new game because I had to.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, you bought it?
Do you remember what it was, Jess?
Actors game that I talked to Dave and Danny about, and they said that they fucking hate it and they can't believe they wasted their money on it.
Not that game.
It wasn't Sekiro. It was a very
Whoa.
Mojang.
Oh, you got Wulong. Did
Yeah,
you
you
start
don't
it?
remember the end of the episode last week?
I didn't watch all the way through. Did you start it?
Our episode, we did the episode. You don't have to watch all the way through.
He didn't watch it. He wasn't even actually.
We were there. You were here in the episode. There's no
Jesse has gone
watching through it.
senile.
Do you like it?
I didn't watch it all the way through.
Oh,
Oh no! You got to start watching the episodes all the way through.
Do you
Jess.
like the game?
it is a fun game. Yeah, I like it more than I thought. It was between that and Callisto Protocol, but I got
How
that.
do you feel about the comments that I made about the game?
I don't think I've gotten far enough.
Too many
into
buttons,
it to
right?
know.
Too many controls,
no.
too many buttons.
I think
Well, it's like
Jesse just hasn't
level-based.
played like an action game in a while.
It's level based, so you actually go through the levels. What level are you at?
I just beat. I'm like a little bit past the first main boss.
Oh, okay.
He was pretty rough.
Yeah, I remember Jesse
Yeah, he's
saying
hard.
that first boss was hard as hell.
He's
Uh-huh.
like a transform guy. It probably took me like 10 to 15 tries to beat him.
The next bosses are easier. I think it's like kind of they do that on purpose.
Does it
Kinda
on
like the Souls
purpose.
games, yeah. They punish you in the beginning. The next bosses
Getting
aren't that
good.
hard. And you get a lot more power ups and like every button, and every button, and every button. So
Yeah, that's fine. I'm pretty used to pushing buttons in video games.
Got to change your power ups up.
Also
fly.
fine. Also fine. I think it's gonna be
else?
fun.
What else do you
I
like
also
about
think-
it? Graphically,
I
play
also
well.
think that actually graphically it's not the best looking.
No,
I
it's
put it
not
on
average.
performance. I put it on performance mode so the frame rate's high. But no, it's not like the smoothest looking game or anything. It's fine.
Yeah.
it's real dusty.
So
Dusty Bones.
Mm.
but the combat is really good. The combat feels super cool, actually. Most of it is a parry. It's mainly a parry game. You're
Mhm.
parrying most of the attacks. You can use defense in a way, but it's mostly a dodge parry game. And so far, it's fun. The timing isn't like impeccable or fucking. You don't have to be perfect timing. It seems like you can be like
Do-
milliseconds off. It still
Do you understand
goes.
all the meters and bars at top
The
yet?
meters and bars, and yes, I do. It's like it's not like a scared meter. It's like a momentum meter almost. It's like
Yeah.
how much momentum you have on your side. Like the more badass you are, you build up momentum and you take less damage and do more damage, and the enemies will get scared of you if you get up to like a certain momentum level or whatever the case. The customization is like on a whole nother level. I didn't even like you can like customization when it comes to like making your character. Like there's so much when it comes to what you can do with making your character. I made pretty standard, just Chinese
Yeah,
hardcore.
I
looking
tried
guy.
not to take too much time on that because I knew that you're just gonna be.
It's a
armor and stuff.
lot. It's a lot. It's a lot.
It
and
is.
then it is fun though. Really bloody. It's super gory. There's
Mhm.
blood like when you slice someone, there's blood just flying out on all sides everywhere.
That's dope. That's
Oh.
dope.
Pretty cool. And it all feels good. Feels good. It's a fun game.
Fluid as hell. 60 frames.
It
per
is. It's like
second.
Ninja Gaiden. Like for reals.
It is. It's
Reminds
kind
me
of hard
a lot
like that.
of Ninja
too.
Gaiden. And it is pretty fun. And then Jesse is
Wait,
right.
it
I
is
also
the
did-
Ninja Gaiden team, isn't it?
Yeah. Well, it's
Yeah,
the old
okay.
Ninja Gaiden team, I think.
Right. Because I remember
I think there's
always, anytime
something
they
to
put they put a game out, everyone's like, "Go back to Ninja Gaiden."
Yeah.
Ninja.
Jesse is right though. I did convince my friends, and I did it myself. We bought Rock. I actually always forget what it's called. Rock City or Crime
Crime
Boss.
Oh yeah,
Crime
Crime Boss
Boss.
World City.
Crime Rock.
Crime Rock City.
City.
Boss. Yeah, you got
Yeah.
it.
Crime Boss. Celebrity
Crime
game.
Boss.
Celebrity Payday.
Yeah, with all the B budget, like burnt out celebrities.
Celebrity Payday.
and Chuck Norris.
I mean, we played it a decent amount. Like we played for hours on multiple nights, and it's just not a good game.
It's terrible.
Super glitchy. The gunplay isn't the worst. It feels fine. Like the actual weapon animations and stuff all look fine. There's just
Cool.
not a lot going on at any
Very
point in the game. There's
low
not a lot
impact when,
going
like,
on.
You know when you
Everything
hit
is-
someone, when your bullet hits someone, like you could kind of.
Spongy.
Even that
dude,
stuff feels okay.
When I was watching you guys, it looked
There's just not a lot going
really
on.
bad.
Like, it never feels fun necessarily.
Well, how did you watch this? Did they share screen it so you could peek in?
Mm-hmm.
So is the acting like very phoned in? Because these actors they did not need this job.
Yeah,
They did
none of
not
that
need
even
fucking-
needs
they
to
did
be
not
in the
want to do
game.
that.
So that's another thing about the game. I think they fucked up. They didn't know what they wanted to be, it seems like.
Yeah.
Like, they should have just chose, like, make a co-op shooter, like a cool bank heist co-op shooter, like just strictly rip off Payday, or make a single player roguelike heist game in that way, roguelike heist game single player. But they're trying to do a little of too much and none of it, jack of all trades, master of none kind of thing. Although it's not even necessarily a jack of all trades. It's kind of just a fucked up game.
Seems like that's kind of the same issue that happened with Redfall, recently.
It is. It reminded me of that a
Redfall.
lot, actually, when I was watching it.
Got better
They
reviews
just-
than Redfall.
They just couldn't figure out what the game was supposed to be, and then fucking
But yeah.
shoehorned in shitty ass multiplayer.
But it's not like
elements
it's from
that
a.
didn't need to be
It's
there.
not from the thing about Redfall. The big problem with that is it's from a company that makes awesome.
That should have
games.
made. Yeah.
This
is some
company
other.
hasn't made games. Pretty much, this is like their first.
They just got actors and thought that would be enough.
They thought it would be enough. It seems like.
And not even the great
when
actors.
has that ever worked in a video game before?
Really, all it did for me was get me even
No,
more hyped
never.
for Payday 3. I am so fucking hyped for Payday 3, bro.
Yeah, got that cool fucking collector's edition coming. Is that a surprise? Did I spoil that?
Yeah,
You
Well,
got
then-
it?
like to all the people watching, now they're gonna know.
Well, if you watched all the way through, Jesse does.
Really,
by the
Never
way.
do.
Jesse for sure does not watch or remember any fucking episode
I
at
don't even know
all.
what you're talking about right now.
Yeah, but Payday.
He's
I
like,
do
"Are we
have
still
the
doing a
Payday
show?" I thought we
Collector's
were just
Edition coming.
chatting.
That will be really cool.
Oh, we're still on?
Could never get my hands on the Mortal Kombat Collector's Edition.
I know.
You still
I've been
trying? You still
looking.
trying?
It's sold out everywhere. It's not. It's gone. It's done.
You got to get the
Yeah.
Nintendo Switch version.
You got to get it
Dude, I
secondhand
would.
market from eBay for 5
I
times
would.
as much.
It's just not there. It's just
That
not
Liu Kang
there, bro.
statue is sick as fuck.
It's really cool. And then that being said, you know what else is really cool? This podcast.
This podcast cool.
You know what else is really cool? People who subscribe to this podcast. You know what else is really cool? People who give a thumbs up to this video. Also, you know what else is absolutely fucking cool?
No, Zach, what?
Being nice to each other
Oh,
Loving.
Yeah. That's the
and fucking bros, dude.
Pootie Pie out. Fist bump.
Oh
Ow!
Remember
What
he
about
does
fist-
that?
Is that what Pootie Pie does?
Ow!
Yeah, he punches
bring
the
it back.
camera at the end of every show or
Oh,
whatever
he punches
video.
it.
He
I was
he
just,
breaks
like,
the camera
giving, like,
every time
bro
he makes a
love.
video. He breaks his camera.
I was giving bro love, like knuckle bump.
I'll do a point.
I think that's a pretty good outro. Love you guys for reals. Appreciate you watching. Appreciate you even being a part of this. If you've made it this far, I'm assuming not many people do, but if you do, you know who you are, and we really fucking appreciate that. Be nice to each other. Tomorrow's Friday. Have a good fucking weekend. We got 4th of July coming up, so have a great day with your family if you celebrate the
That's what's
holiday.
up.
I guess it's like not
And
really
if
the
you
biggest.
still have a
Sometimes
family.
it's not. Oh yeah.
Well,
Also, if you have a
if
family,
you don't have a family,
matter
you can
what.
still have a good day. You have
go
a
with
good
the
day.
homies. Go with the
friends.
bros. Go with the online bros. Whoever you need to. Have a good holiday. That's coming up. Happy Independence Day to the United States. I think that's it, boys. Stay
It's
hydrated.
the longest
Love y'all.
outro ever, dude. So much.
Oh, and a few more things.